Hey, Cancers. I was gonna say sorry, but you don't know what happened. I apparently just sat down and recorded all of your video just for it to not save. I don't know what's wrong with this computer. So sorry. I'm gonna do it all over for you guys. And this is your October love reading. Okay. 2017. So I'm just gonna get started. So, Cancers, right off the bat, the first card that came out for you was the Witch card in reverse, okay? The Witch card is equivalent to the Magician or the Sorcerer and those kinds of things, okay? And this deck is called the Witch. Now, with the Witch card in reverse, I feel like this can be the energy of someone who is a troublemaker, someone who sells dreams, pipe dreams, who is a fraud and kind of conniving and cunning, and it's just abusive, misuses their personal power. So I feel like you want to put an end to all of this reckless energy and stop to game playing for some of you, and you want more stability, and especially because with that product with the Knight of Wands, which is definitely, it can be kind of reckless, aggressive energy. And this is the message for some of you. And I feel like you want more grounded energy, stable energy, like the Queen of Pentacles. More stability and reassurance that you are the king or queen of the castle, or that you, and that's what you really want. Or if you're not in a relationship, it can mean that you just want to know if this person really does like you or not, because they may hold back, or you may hold back too much. And then for some of you, I feel like someone is misusing their power and freedom. And you may feel like you're sitting home waiting around for them while someone else is out there playing the field. You or they may be overly flirtatious and not showing any real signs of stability. And there's some of you who are single, I feel like you may just want to regain your confidence and regain your power and self-sufficiency. And I feel like those of you who are singletons especially want to be fearless, and you need a much needed change and courage to charge into unknown territory, which is what the Knight of Wands fearlessly does. So I hope that I hit the nail on the head for some Cancers out there. Now, when it comes to what your partner or your love interest wants in October, I feel like they want to get to the heart of the matter, because the two cards that jumped out together is you have the Eight of Wands, which speaks of rapid communications, and then the Holly King, number 9, equivalent to the Hermit or the spiritual teacher or the wise one who looks within, kind of walks an idle path, but it needs to do that because it's self-reflection. But with these two paired out, I feel like they want to get to the truth, possibly wanting to express how they feel in letters or emails or long talks, or they want you to do this, or they want you or them to declare how they feel, if it's real or not. Because they're feeling like this may be a possible like superficiality going on somewhere somehow, some blocks of feelings, or someone may be constantly distracted, either you or them, and there's not really much momentum going on. And I feel like that's what the presence of this Page of Chalices is in reverse. This Page of Chalice can also represent a child. And what the relationship wants from you guys, I feel like the relationship wants you to nurture it, wants you to be imaginative and expressive in how you feel, whether you don't feel for them or whether you do, but definitely start to show more affection. This is what the relationship wants. You to be like the Earth Mother or the Empress, and to show more passion, more action. And then if you are a mother, then this means to do, maybe they're saying to cut to the chase and to do what's right for the child, and to maybe set aside your feelings or emotions and just do what's best for the child, or do what's best for your union as a family, and kind of put self-centered or other feelings to the side, and do what's best for the greater good of all. I feel like that's what the relationship wants from you guys. And what you subconsciously want, Cancers, you receive the she or the seed, which is the temperance card in this deck. I feel like now this card has many different meanings. This is a well-balanced individual who is well grounded with and well connected to spirit, as well as in the physical realm. And see, in this picture, they're depicting her listening to the fairies and listening to the spirit world of different concussions that she can make to create healing for herself and for other people. So I feel like you definitely want healing, and you want compromise, you want good flow of communication, and you want to feel like things are balanced and to feel like you're on an even keel. What I feel like your partner wants, current or prospective, you receive the Queen of Athamet in reverse. She's holding a knife, so that's the swords. I told myself I wasn't going to say the traditional name and keep it G like this spread, but oh wow. And you've got the Sun card in reverse. It speaks of delays. And then you've got the Standing Stone in reverse. The Standing Stone is equivalent to fairness and justice and getting what's rightfully so, or reaping what you sow. Now, this was used way back in ages and lifetimes ago on to get to the truth, this was like the court system, the outdoor court system of to see who's right and wrong. Everyone would circle around in this circle, and they will decide if the person should be penalized or punished, or if they are telling the truth and should be set free. But see the importance of balance and justice here. You've got the scale here, the Libra scale here, which is the sign of balance. And then you've got harm none engraved on there. So this is all about balance and equality. But with it coming up in reverse, and with all three of these cards coming up in reverse, in the section of what your love interest or your love partner wants, I feel like subconsciously they may not want you to find out about something, or they may subconsciously not want you to find something out. And I say that with a question mark at the end. I feel like they subconsciously don't want a certain problem to be solved, and they maybe kind of like in this limbo stage that you're in, because and liking this delay. And if this is a court case, because the presence of this Queen of Athamet in reverse, and the Standing Stone, these are kind of like court kind of cases. Court cards, they can be depiction of. So if these are court cards, I feel like they don't want you to win, especially if there is a child involved, because the Sun can mean a child. Okay? They maybe want to call the shots all the time, and they want things to run on their time and control every single aspect of the relationship, kind of like micromanaging, which can be quite unfair and self-centered. Which is what both of these two cards mean. What the relationship subconsciously wants, Cancers, I feel like there is a mixed emotions here, yeah? Because you've got the Ace of Chalice in reverse, and then you've got the Oak King in reverse, who's hanging from a tree. And then you've got the Battle Wagon in reverse, which normally speaks of victory, of barking up the right tree, of travel, and yada yada yada. But so the combination of these three cards, with them all in reverse, even though this card could sometimes mean negative, I feel like this may actually be saying for some of you that what the relationship actually wants is outlandish and dramatic displays of affection, like wishful thinking on one hand. Like, I feel like it wants to see people showing that they care and taking action on missed opportunities and pouring their hearts out to show how they really feel. And if that's not the case, what I feel like the message here is that it wants you to fess up that this love is not requited Okay, that there's unrequited love going on here. And to go into another direction. To take action to another direction, not be in limbo and not just waiting like yada yada yada, I'll just let go and let God. No, I'm gonna intervene now and start to be realistic and practical. Okay, you need to start forming another idea of who your perfect partner is and how they would look, feel, and act, because maybe perhaps you are barking up the wrong tree. And when it comes to what you need to do, I feel like you need to move on from wishful thinking. And I say that because you've got the Six of Alphabet, which speaks of a transition on from turbulent waters to more calmer waters. Okay? So, with this, sorry, I feel something. Okay. Then you got this card paired up with the Seven of Chalices. The Seven of Chalices came up in the reverse position for you, yeah. But I so love the picture of the depicted art in this deck. It's so beautiful. Now, this card often speaks of a lot of choices, having a lot of opportunities, whether that's having more than one partner to choose from, or whether that's just having so many different talents and kind of being a jack of all trades but a master of none. But this card is very, very important to decipher because yes, there is a lot of opportunities abound. There is so many things that you can do, but there's only possibly more than likely one choice that is the best choice. And this card means that you need to take careful deliberation, careful listening of your heart, mind, soul, and intellect so that you can make the right decision, because all the other ones are kind of like like not false, but it's like kind of like dangling. It's like very mercurial energy, like where things always seem like you want more, 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 but more is not always the best option in this case. Okay. So you've got what keeps, sorry, I keep hearing something. Yeah, so you've got to move on from this kind of thinking. Okay, definitely got to move on. And I feel like you need to move on from daydreaming, self-deception, false promises, delusion, and confusion. Okay, that's what you need to do. What your partner or your partner of interest needs to do. They may be a king of chalice or a queen of chalice. Remember, this is a gender neutral reading. And they depict the Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, because they are the chalices in the deck. So your love interest, I feel like they need to be more honest and sincere, and perhaps even do exactly what this card is portraying. Literally take you out to dinner or cook a certain feast, and so that you guys can talk over warmth and comfort in a comforting environment. Maybe even this can even signify taking you out on dates, or it could be a platonic date to get down to the root of things. But whatever the case, I feel like they need to take you out or to conversate over a nice dinner, and maybe if they make it or not, and talk over everything and be a good listener and hear you out while speaking from the bottom of their heart. That's what I feel like the King of Challenges means in this position. What the relationship needs, I feel like the relationship needs y'all to make it official. This is, I'm gonna give two different scenarios, yeah, because I'm gonna be honest. When the card came out, the lovers or the Lord and the lady came up like this, so I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be in reverse or upright. So I'm gonna read the two different scenarios, which actually fits with this reading. Now, you either need to make it official and set some boundaries, and even go as far as tying the knot for those of you who are committed. And if you're and make an honest woman out of a man or a woman, okay. And if you are not yet at that stage, you just need to declare your love for someone, okay, and they need to do the same for you. Or this can mean to take the high road, a high mature road, and decide to cut your losses and look elsewhere respectfully, like the high priest would. Very traditional, kind of known as the marriage card. Excuse me. But I feel like whatever the case, it's time to make some sort of title, because I feel like this has been going on for some time, like this uncertainty. Okay? And then what you have for what you actually get out of the relationship, what you actually get out of the relationship, this you have the three of Athamas. Now the three of Athamas is often known in in traditional decks as like the heartache card with the heart with the swords piercing through it, so it can mean like heartache. But in this card, it looks at it more in like a positive route. It means that you're taking kind of like a new path into the unknown, and whatever you do, if you do this, it requires courage and faith. But overall, this card is definitely on a need to avoid agonizing over a certain decision. Okay. Discard unnecessary fears. That's what you're gonna get. You're probably gonna possibly need to make a certain decision that maybe a little bit, maybe have to pluck at your heartstrings a bit, but don't fret. And what I feel like your partner gets, current or prospective, what they get out of this relationship this month is they got the world tree. Now this world, I love how they just picked this world tree this here, because you've got all the seasons. You've got fall, spring, summer. You've got even how how the trees are on one end and not on the other, depending on the type of temperature. So I feel like what your partner gets is some sort of sense of completion of a project. And why I feel like that is because you've got the Three of Pentacles, which is like the teamwork card or like getting recognition for something. And then you got the King of Athaman. So what I feel like this is meaning for some of you is, I feel like what this is overall saying is that your partner may feel like they have reached the completion of a certain project, or they feel like they have completed something. Okay, perhaps they win in favor of the courts with this Three of Pentacles here, or you win something, get some sort of gift or some sort of something. Those of you who are married and dealing with legal documents or legal issues, and especially because you got the King of Athaman, which often deals with contracts, legalities, signatures, letters, and writing, analyzing a situation, strong words, communications, professionalism. So I feel like that's what your partner gets out of this. Maybe even being in business with them, and what you do may benefit them some way, somehow. And what the relationship gets, unfortunately, I feel like the relationship, I feel like it's still like round and round in a merry-go-round, because you've got the Lord of Shadows in reverse, which speaks of unwillingness to change, or unwillingness to step into the light and to accept transformation, which is a natural flow and a natural flow of life. Death and rebirth is a natural cycle. And then you've got the Queen of Chalices in reverse, which can be you or your partner. And it can also be a man or a female. As I said, this is gender neutral. So what I feel like these two are saying is unwillingness to move to the next stage. There may be a bit of mixed emotions, self-centeredness going on. But I feel like this is reoccurring of the same patterns over and over. Alright? And now the cards that came out when I was shuffling them on the camera before the computer rudely did not want to save your work, is the turtle card from the Native American medicine cards, which I love. Now the turtle card speaks of Mother Earth. In Native American teachings, turtle is the oldest symbol for planet Earth. It is the personification of goddess energy and the eternal mother from which our lives evolve. We are born on the womb of the womb of Earth, and to our soil our bodies will return. In honoring the earth, we are asked by turtle to be mindful of the cycle and give and take, to give back to the mother as she has given to us. Turtle has a shell which is similar to the protection the earth has employed for centuries as her body has been defiled. Mother Earth's protection has come in the form of Earth's changes, new plant growth, and creation of new land masses by volcanoes and climate alterations. Like turtle, you also have shields that protect you from hurt, envy, jealousy, and the unconsciousness of others Tarot teaches you through its habit patterns how to use protection. If you feel bothered by the actions or words of others, it is time to go inside yourself and honor your feelings. If you are attacked, it is time to give a warning snap. If you have chosen the turtle symbol, you are being asked to honor the creative source within you, to be grounded to the earth, and to observe your situation with motherly compassion. Use the water and earth energies, which represent turtle's two homes, to flow harmoniously with your situation and to place your feet firmly on the ground in a power stance. Turtle is a fine teacher of art of grounding. You may even be able to overcome some of your space cadet ways. And this card actually does kind of speak like space cadet kind of head in the clouds kind of way tendencies if you align with Turtle medicine. In learning to ground, you are placing focus on your thoughts and actions and slowly to a pace that assures completion. Turtle buries its thoughts in its egg, like its eggs in the sand, and allows some to hatch the little ones. This teaches you to develop your ideas before bringing them out into the light. Look at the old fable, The Tortoise and the Hare, and decide for yourself whether or not you would like to align with Turtle. Bigger, stronger, and faster are not always the best ways to get to a goal. When you arrive, you may be asked where you've been, and you may not be able to remember. In that case, arriving prematurely can make you feel very immature. Now, if you have drawn the title card, it augurs a time of connecting with the power of Earth and the Mother Goddess within. This is a reminder that of the ally you have in Mother Earth. It does not matter what situation you have created. Ask her for assistance and abundance will follow. Brilliant. And then the romance articles. Romance cards you get oracles, sorry, not articles. You receive give a relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So that's for some of you who may be hiding your feelings. And then passion, allow your heart to sing with joy. And this is for the message for some of you who need to spill your guts. Thank you, Cancer. Subscribe if you haven't. Enjoy the rest of October.